Are we in here? Yes. We're waiting. Whew. It's been a minute. It has been a minute. I've got something special for y'all tonight. Y'all don't even know it yet. I'm going to wait for a few more people to get in here first. Before I get in here. Hey, if you can't jump in, just let me know. Just send me something. Yeah, I see you right there. Let me see if I can. Hold on a second, man. Let me see here. Yes. All right, here we go. I think that works.
What's up, bud?
What's going on, man?
How you doing?
Is it still fucking sunset? Is the sun still out up there?
No, not really. No, I'm underneath this big ass fucking light. I'm in my barn is where we practice.
Oh shit, man. Yeah. Yo, you got a whole little setup in there and shit?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's badass, dude. That's dope.
Yeah. We did practice downstairs, but we was too loud. Everybody in the house was like, "Get the fuck out of here!" So.
So how long have you had like this? Your whole new little band going together, dude?
All right. So I started off by myself in 2019, and then started getting like a band together in 2021. Went to jail for like half a year. Was in a halfway houses for another rest half year. So 2023 was pretty fucked for me.
Right.
And then I got out in August or September last year and kind of like came home and shit and regrouped. And then Pearl, my drummer, I've known her for like 11 years. So yeah, I asked her to be back in it because like my other band was like, "Hey man, we've had to join other bands." I was like, "Yeah, I didn't expect you to wait around for a fucking year waiting for me to get out. You know, like that's their bread and butter too. You know." So
Right.
Pearl was like not doing anything at the time. I've known her forever, so it just like happened organically. And then Thomas was the guy that actually like recorded and produced like "Ha Ha," like the two of my songs that have been really last two. And so like I added him as a guitar player, and then our bass player, which he's right out here. He's from Ohio. He just kind of like bullied his way into the band.
Right.
We had other auditions, and he's like, I mean, look at this fucking piece of shit. He's got like a mullet and shit. Like, he's just garbage, man. He's a good
Man,
bass
that's
player.
straight. That's
He's a
Ohio
great bass
right
player.
there for you.
Best bass player I've ever played with, but as a human, garbage, garbage, garbage.
All his goodness goes into the bass play. Is that what it is?
Yeah, yeah. He's like, I don't have time to be a good person, motherfucker. And I'm like, yeah, I get that.
So, like, have you always been doing? I know you've probably been doing. I can tell you've been doing music for a while because the way you shred a fucking guitar is definitely. You've definitely had some serious practice with it.
Well, I'm 29, and when I was 17 is when I started like performing out. Like, I mean, all of high school, all I did was just like lock myself in my bedroom, smoke pot, masturbate, and play guitar. So,
Yeah, fucking
so,
sounds like, dude.
I graduated when I was 17. Started playing like all the bars in like Murfreesboro, which is like they have MTSU, which is like a huge like music school.
Mm-hmm.
So I started playing around there and shit, and I've just been I've been playing music out since I was 17. But I always had a lot of shitty jobs in between there too. And then I started kind of like kicking off like where I could like actually support myself probably around 2021 after my son was born. So
Hell yeah, dude. Cause like, dude, I've known you since like way before King Lazy, like back when you were Matthew McConaughey.
yeah, so King Lazy, I was already my band though.
Yeah,
so
that was already your band.
Yeah, it was already my band. So like I didn't want to like merge the two worlds. You know what I'm saying? Right. I thought that was really weird. And then like once, first I was Heath Ledger. So
bro, that's great.
Heath Ledger got, they were like, get out of here. They fucking banned me. So then I was Matthew McConaughey, and that did not last long at all. But it like skyrocketed. Like I got
it fucking did, dude.
Yeah, so I did that, and then I got banned, and I was like, I'm not even gonna fuck with TikTok anymore. So for about 3 months, I didn't fuck with it, and then I was like, I'm just gonna make King Lazy. I fuck it, So I started doing music and comedy. They wouldn't let me like so that my device ID.
Yeah.
So like they were like, this dude is trouble, man. This dude's fucking like dangerous. So like they wouldn't let me like any of my videos get past like 100 views for like a while. Like, I didn't give a fuck. So But then I just got a new phone, and then like I started going up, and I was like, these motherfuckers block your device ID. Like, there's some sketchy shit going on.
Yeah, dude. It's. I mean, it's happened to me before too. Like I don't know if you've ever done this, but like there's been times where I've posted a video and in the back of my head I thought to myself like, "Yep, this is the one. This is the one that's gonna get me." And sometimes it don't. Sometimes that shit like, and then other times, dude, I've made videos that I thought were harmless, and they just for whatever reason just thought they were just terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, for real. I've had a lot of do that, and and it's weird. The videos that always like go super viral, it's not the ones I expect. I was like, I didn't even think about making that one. Did it? And the ones I put a lot of work into, it's like they don't do shit. So I don't know.
Yeah, dude. That shit. Yeah, the ones that I really sit there and I actually like, I put a lot of effort into and really try to, to make really good. Those are the ones that don't ever really take off like I thought they should. But
Right.
I can, just throw one together in 30 seconds, and for whatever reason, that one's just maybe it's because it's organic. I don't know, or it's not forced.
What have happened a lot of times is people take the audio from like back in the day, from the Matthew McConaughey days, and then they just like take the audio and then they'll just like use it like it's their own, which I don't give a fuck. I don't care or whatever. But I mean, people don't realize that I made a lot of those motherfucking audios. But yeah. Dude. But my thing is always like they'll use the audio like America's never getting invaded. I'm like, motherfucker, we've already been invaded. We were invaded when Ronald Reagan took office and they started giving all the like rich people keep all their money, and then all of a sudden you couldn't afford a truck when you got out of high school. Shut the fuck up.
It's been like that, man.
Yeah.
Even with like TikTok, like they've been watching us, dude. Yeah. We've been invaded.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. And especially when 9/11 happened. I mean, they were just like, we don't care about privacy. Just fucking send a Predator missile into Afghanistan. We don't give a fuck.
Hell yeah. And then the fucking aliens came.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, let me ask you this. Like, have you ever had someone take one of your audios, fucking use it in one of their videos and go super duper fucking viral with that shit?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's it. It doesn't bother me, but I did have this one dude. I had this one dude who was taking like all my audios and pretending to be me, and people thought he was me, and he was passing himself off as me.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, come on now, you gotta give me something here.
Yeah. That's so weird because like, I mean, maybe it's just because I know you, but like if I hear your voice with somebody else, like you have a very distinct voice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I think you're talking about, I've seen that. And like, there's a dude that did that to me too. And he's like, the one where I was like, I got rolling logs, bear traps. I got some straight up Indiana Jones shit. Like I've seen that video with this old man. Like he's not even mouthing the words right. He can't even talk as fast as I can. He don't even talk like me.
Exactly, dude.
You're not even from a fucking mountain. Okay.
If you don't have ADHD and some form of mental illness, you can't talk like this.
Right.
Like,
and like,
you can't keep up.
Like, now, King, lazy eye, super mad. I was like, I'm not fucking mad at you, motherfucker. I don't give a shit. All my fucking fans are saying that you're fucking a piece of shit for not tagging me, which I don't give a fuck. It is not. It's a fucking, I don't care. I mean.
But that's how it is, dude. That's really how it goes, though.
Yeah.
Did you, like, when you were doing comedy and stuff, like, was there ever any end goal in that, or was you just kind of doing that, like, to express yourself, or was you trying to, like, do something, or how did that come?
So me and my sisters are fucking hilarious. They're, like, younger than me. And so, like, we used to make, like, videos when we were kids and shit, just, like, make crazy-ass shit and stuff like that. So my sister, like, convinced me to make a TikTok because I was, like, really anti-TikTok for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And she, like, finally made it, but I was, like, making them to make her laugh, you know what I'm saying? Like I would send them to her and shit like that. At first it was like, like private, like where you couldn't see them and stuff. So I was just like sending them to her, just like crazy shit, like, to make me look deranged, Right. And like, he was like, you should like post these for real. So I started doing them and it just kind of like took off. But
dude, I'll be honest, when I first started doing comedy, that's why I've always told you, like, you influenced me a lot, because when I first started,
I remember,
dude. Yeah. Dude, I was so fucking scared to let loose at first because I didn't know how TikTok was.
I remember that conversation because you were like, because you barely had any, like you had a very like small account.
Yeah, very small account at the time.
But I noticed you were like, you would like all my videos and comment on my stuff, and like you reached out to me. You said, hey man, I DM'd you, so I messaged you. I was like, dude, you just gotta like, I was like, your shit's funny. You know what I mean? Like your shit's funny. I was like, just you can't be scared to like let loose and stuff. And I was like, just keep doing it consistently. And back then the algorithm was like this way.
Yeah.
Back then, like you could do it this way, and as long as you did it this way, then eventually you'll get to this point. Now it's different. Now
it's completely different.
like Maze Runner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you hit or miss. But like, we kind of like got in on the like the tail end of like where we had cracked. So what happened was, is I did a bunch of meth back in the day before I stopped doing. Before I went to jail and stuff, and I just locked myself in a room and just read about the shit for a long time. You know what I mean? And then yeah, and then I so I figured it out, and then I just started like, I think you're the only account though that I ever like tried to help that actually like just went, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
man, that's all. That's awesome. Like,
Hell yeah, because I remember
your jokes have
huh?
gotten your jokes were already funny, but your jokes have gotten like the timing and the firing of it. Like I've seen you get so much. You bet really good. Really
Dude,
good.
I've gotten. Oh yeah, dude. Like, there's some where like, I think what it is too. It's like you said, dude, the timing and shit. I've gone back and I think everybody should go, especially if you're trying to be like a comedian or whatever. Is go back if you have a video that didn't really land well.
Mm-hmm.
Go back and see like, can I work on that and can I make that better than what it is?
Right.
Because sometimes the joke is funny, but it's all about the timing or it's about the tone or like the.
I think that one reason that me and you were what we relate on is that we were both like, I mean, you work on a farm, I did granite. I was like, our comedy came from just like making fun of our fucking friends and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We were probably the best at it.
Yeah,
probably like, you know what I'm saying? Like we will fucking hurt somebody's goddamn feelings every lunch break, no matter fucking what. Someone's fucking crying.
Yeah, dude.
So I think that's where that came from. Like, I mean, nobody tries to, fuck with me on that front. I'm like,
I think the biggest thing is like too the relatability too, because
yeah.
like a lot of the jokes, like people are like, yeah, I know somebody that's just like that, or
yeah,
like I'll talk about my cousin Jerry, who's a fictional character, but he's like this crackhead, and I was like, yeah, my crackheaded cousin Jerry, and people love him and stuff, and they'll ask me about him. I'm like, he's not like actually real, right? Like
like Daryl, that's my Daryl, you know what I'm saying?
But it's funny though, y'all, the little things that you add into it and stuff, and what's even funnier to me is like, which I know you know this just as well as I do, people don't take jokes people don't know how to take jokes anymore.
Oh man, but that's okay because those people are retarded, so I don't really care.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Those people make it so much easier to have a good time doing what we do.
It is absolutely insane to me the amount of people who do not understand sarcasm or satire.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's almost dangerous. These are people that are driving around in fucking 2,000-pound vehicles who don't understand nuance.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Dude, that's what scares me. Like we was talking about this about like going out and like seeing people like come up to us in like public, and we're not knowing like if they're like fans or if like they're haters.
Yeah.
Like you never know. Like I don't know. Like if someone runs up to me, like I don't know. Like, are you coming to punch me in the face, or like are you gonna like hug me and tell me you wish your son was more like me? Like, like what are you gonna do there? Like,
I remember one time I was in a Goodwill and I was like looking for a bunch of sheets to make a backdrop, and big ass dude just beeline towards me. I'm like, oh god, here we go. I was like, fuck, man, this is not gonna go good. And he comes out and like shakes my hand and he's like telling me, like my music and shit, and I like helped him through a tough time, and like his brother overdosed. Like went through this like whole fucking like big ass story, and I was like, god damn, that's pretty cool. That was like one of the first times anyone ever like came up to me, and it was pretty cool.
Cool thing about me though is, or not, I don't know why I said that. Cool thing though is like, I think like, and I think this is funny too, because like I can make a joke about say a specific group of people, and or whatever it may be, and the people that get upset about it are always the people
that aren't even in the group.
That aren't in that group.
Yeah.
The people in the group are usually fine. It's the people that aren't in the group that want to make a fuss about it. And it's like, if you're not in the party, don't fucking.
Why in the fuck do wealthy white fucking millennials think that they can fucking stand up for anybody? You can't even afford fucking insurance, motherfucker. What things you think that you can save every goddamn body?
So, fuck it, dude. I'm a fucking Bill Burr supporter, man. That motherfucker right there will take that shit to his grave.
Yeah. You can't even afford amoxicillin. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You're gonna take the hood in the back of your fucking Subaru and go fucking feed them White Castle? I don't fucking think so. It's Corey, Kyle.
Hey, did you I was gonna ask you, dude. What I seen you went to Dallas, didn't you?
I did go to Dallas. I was
Tell me about that.
So I went to go hang out with Oliver Peck, the guy with the mustache from Ink Master. You know what I'm
Right.
Super
Yeah,
cool.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, super cool guy. Stayed in his house, which was honestly is like the craziest shit. I broke his shower because there's too many fucking nozzles in that thing, and I was like, sorry, man. I walked into I had the nozzle in my hand. I was like naked, soap water in front of everybody. I was like, I don't know how to use this. You know, I've like broke the fucking turn thing off. I was like, what is this? Why didn't there not any instructions or just a bunch of nozzles? I got fucking steamed like a goddamn lobster in there. Like, I mean, you gotta like teach people how to use that. Like, dude, I got 2 handles and I barely take a shower because I don't have time. You know,
Dude,
I'm too busy and being sad and shit and just missing my son. So
hell yeah. I feel you on that, bro. I got a phobia. I've always had this phobia of going to other people's houses and shitting in their toilets because for some reason, my luck, the toilet always stops up every time. Yeah. And I don't know.
It's because you're holding that shit in on the tractor all day, boss.
I don't know what the fuck it is, or maybe the pipes just ain't cut from the same cloth. I don't know.
No, it's because you've been holding your shit in on the fucking John Deere is what it is. I'm trying to figure out something.
You can be on that tractor, man, and you can have the shit, and you could hit a fucking bump or a pothole just right. And you won't have to worry about shitting for the whole rest of the day, bro. You won't even know you got a shit. That shit'll go all the way back up to your damn chest.
You know, they got all this, like, we were talking about all the fancy shit they got on tractors and stuff now.
Yeah.
No porta potty. No place to fucking just drop a deuce real quick. I don't care about it. You know, like, fuck Bluetooth. I need to fucking shit, you know?
Oh, dude, the worst thing is when you get them out in the field and you don't have like, see, my dad's smart about this shit. He's been farming for years, so he'll take toilet paper or, you know, whatever out there with him. Like, he's always smart about that shit. But me, I don't think ahead because I always think, like, you know, I'm young. I got bowels of steel.
I think someone else think ahead, so you still ain't bringing toilet paper?
Yeah. But I feel like I'm younger.
You're guided by GPS. You can just hang off the back of it. Fucking take it.
Dude, I get scared.
Like,
what do you? They fucking
fertilizing.
They got these motherfuckers. Yeah, I'm fertilizing. That's right. Fertilizing. Wow, it's going. Well, shit, and then we'll let the Harry plow it down.
Yeah.
Dude, I fucking know about that, dude. Like, the worst thing. I had fucking went out one time and I didn't have no toilet paper, and all we had on the fucking tractor were this old fucking notebook, like, what do you call them? College rule notebooks. Yeah. Fucking been rained on, like dried out, dusty and shit. Man. Dude, oh my God, that was the worst ever. I'll never forget it. I got a fucking paper cut on my cheek. Oh, you couldn't have made it any worse, dude. You could not have. And then I had to sit on that hot tractor, and because you got AC on in there, but your ass is gonna get sweaty regardless, because that sun's beating down on you through that fucking window.
It's just so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bad as shit, dude.
Like, you need to get at least bring some wet wipes with you, man. You got kids. I know you got fucking packs of them laying around.
I got something everywhere.
I know. Put it.
I'll even use them sometimes, dude. Like if I need like a real deep clean, you know.
Yeah. I use them all the time. I still buy them.
Yeah.
All the time. But wipes, like, no, I use Pampers because they're way cheaper. My masculinity isn't so fragile that I got to buy something that says man on it just to wipe my ass with something soft. Okay?
I swear, dude, I had a friend tell me that was like, I don't like using diaper wipes because it leaves like the wet behind. And I was like, all you got to do is wipe it and then go over it with a fucking paper towel.
Wax on, wax off,
wax on,
motherfucker.
Wax off, man. You don't have to keep it there.
Yeah.
God, bro.
Goddamn, you ain't got to drip dry.
You ain't got to hang it out to dry like back in the day, man.
Shit. You ever used they don't have porta potties and stuff out there? Do you know the correct way to use a porta potty? I learned from the Mexicans. Okay, so I walked into a porta potty one day and there's these tiny little footprints like on both sides of the thing. I was like, there's been some kids in here climbing around in this fucking porta potty. And I told the officer about it, and he's like, no, man, they put both of their feet on both sides of the toilet and they squat down like this. And they shit down. I was like, that is so smart. So that's what I do now.
Oh my God. I never fucking thought about that, dude.
Way better. Your ass ain't got to touch the seat or nothing, man. It's way better.
Oh, man. I used to like fucking just, I would hang on to the door and I would just fucking just hang on for dear life and just hope I didn't fall off in that bitch.
Yeah.
And just try not to touch anything. I try not to touch anything as much as possible.
Yeah. We had a dude in Nashville that just climbed into one, like during like some kind of psychosis, probably meth. He just climbed inside one and got stuck in there and was like hiding from like the government or some shit. He was like scared and stuff. But he climbed inside of a porta potty and this dude goes to shit. And he's like, "Hey man, are they still out there?" And he's like covered in shit.
That sounds like that shit happens in Florida like every Tuesday. That's like,
I mean, think about it. I mean, if I was hiding from motherfuckers, that'd probably be the best spot.
that is a good spot. It's a I mean, no pun intended. It's a shitty little spot, but it is a good little spot though.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But nah, so okay, so when you
Where are you from again? What state are you from?
I'm from Georgia. I'm from South Georgia, right on the okay, so let me see. Do you know where Valdosta, Georgia is?
Why in the fuck would I know where that's at?
My fucking
Well,
life.
I mean,
I know where
yeah,
Rome is. I know where Rome is, Atlanta, and Noonan.
yeah, I know.
And
yeah. Okay. Here, this will be easier. Tallahassee, Florida.
yeah.
You know
Oh,
where
so you're
that's at. Okay, I'm about an hour and a half north of that.
okay.
Maybe two, but not too much. But I'm right above the Georgia Florida line. I'm probably 45 minutes from Florida.
Right. Okay. I think yeah. Okay. Yeah. I like Georgia.
It's a nice little state. It's well, depending on what side you're from, because you really think about it, Georgia's really got everything. You got plains, or like down here where it's not hilly.
Yeah.
Then you got North Georgia where it's mountains. Then you got the coastal Georgia where you got the ocean. So we got a little bit of everything, I guess.
What's crazy is like when you go to Chattanooga from here, you actually pass from Monteagle into Georgia for a little bit. And it's weird. Like, I don't know why you got to go into Georgia to get. It's weird. It's very strange. Like,
yeah, I don't know who the fuck set up. I mean, like back in the day, they set up that line.
Because I can't leave the state. So when I go to Chattanooga, I'm like, they don't pull us over right now. You know, I got 20 minutes.
Fuck, dude. Like, what would you have to do? Like, would you have to how far would you have to backtrack to not go through it?
I'm gonna have to get out right here. I'll meet y'all on the other side.
Yeah, I'll fucking teleport. All right,
Yeah,
we'll get it.
Yeah.
Shit, dude. That's fucking crazy. No, what's crazy now is like how you was telling me about the difference in the time zones and shit. How like I can't remember what it was. You was telling me like two cities like were so close together, but the time zone was like.
Man, okay, so Austin, Texas, and Columbia, Tennessee are in the same time zone. That's over 900 fucking miles. Okay. I went to East Elizabethtown, Kentucky, and was late. They're like, "You're an hour late," and I was like, "How?" You know? They're like, "I guess the time zone." I was like, "This makes no fucking sense at all. It makes no sense at all. Like, how I like lose an hour going somewhere that's only 2 hours away?" I was like, "You telling me it took me 3 hours to get here?" And they're like, "Yeah," and I was like, "I don't understand this shit. I don't understand it at all."
Did I ever tell you about the fucking shit that I did when I was at the DOT? Me and my fucking group of scallywag rookie ass workers with no foreman for the day did.
No.
So we went to I think I might have told you this, I might not have, but we went to the Georgia Alabama line after a real bad hurricane had come through and fucked up the roads, had trees all over the place, you know. So we're working right on the Georgia Alabama line. Well, the time zone goes through right before you hit the Alabama line. And so we get there and we're working and shit, and we're supposed to head back around 5 to make it back on good time. And so we're like, okay, we're gonna leave at 5. So like 4:15, 4:20 rolls around. Yeah. So like 20 minutes later, we get a call and they're like, "Hey, y'all heading, like, are y'all on the way back? Y'all heading back yet?" We was like, "No, we're working till 5." And they was like, "It is fucking 5."
Damn.
We didn't know. We were on the other, like the fucking time change on our phones and shit. We didn't fucking know. We almost worked a whole extra hour, dude. Like, it was fucking crazy.
Yeah, I hate that shit. Were you salaried? Did you get paid for it?
Fuck no, we didn't get paid for it. I told him, I said, that was some bullshit too.
Right.
But no, because we were new employees, we don't get overtime. We get our 40-hour week, and then we fucking, like, we're done. Like, when we used to work at the DOT, I don't know if it's still the same now, but when you first start out, you're not allowed overtime. You get 40 hours.
Right.
So say if we're on a big job and let's say we're working, 10, 12 hours a day, then by fucking Wednesday or Thursday, I might have those 40 hours, and then I get a whole 3-4 day weekend because I can't go over those 40 hours.
Awesome.
And
because I worked at GM. They were like, it's mandatory overtime. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that we a long time ago made laws for that you can't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? I'm like,
they fucking
that doesn't legal.
It
you know, they're like,
really don't. It really don't. I mean, because it's like, well, because they would tell me, they would be like, dude, there was like I would be like, hey man, I worked all my hours, I can't come in tomorrow. They're like, damn, we need you. Okay, well, why the fuck can't I just come in and y'all pay me? Like, why the fuck does it have to be a fucking deal?
I'm lazy. I don't give a fuck if I can. I don't want to work overtime. I want to work.
Exactly. Like,
I don't want overtime. I don't need that. You know what I'm saying? But they were just like, no, you got to work 10-hour days, 6 days a week. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's illegal. You know what I mean?
Hey, dude.
That's right. And yeah, it was kind of fucked up, man. For real.
They
and dude, they would run you to exhaustion. So like this one dude, he was also like on Percocets and shit. But I walked, this motherfucker's passed out on a forklift, and he's got like a whole like row of HVAC units on his forklift, and he's just doing circles, just circles like that, nodded out, fucking nodded, Sweeney nod, fucking just. But it was crazy, man. I was like, how are we gonna wake him up? I mean, he would have waken up by now.
Oh man, we had a guy run a tractor off in the field one time.
Maybe to wake him up, I was like, call his phone. You didn't call him up. I was like, so I called him, and he woke the fuck up. I was like,
did it fucking work? You didn't expect it.
Fucking doing 100, going like 20 miles an hour 100 times in a circle with, you know, like 3,000 pounds of shit on the front of your forklift didn't wake you up. But fuck, it did.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
They no, I was gonna ask you, but I fucking forgot because marijuana has fried my brain over the years. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what, how I lost that job. Funny story. So we're talking about the 40 hours and like overtime and shit. So about a week before I got fired, I got a drug test. I hadn't smoked. I had smoked. I'm lying. I had smoked, but I knew I had it. Yeah, I knew I had it, and I did. I passed it with flying colors. And my first instinct was, okay, well, I passed that one. They hit me with one before that I passed, and I was like, okay, maybe they'll lay off of me now. So I come back the next day, and they tell me, they say, hey, man, you're getting promoted. You get overtime and shit now. And I'm like, hell yeah. And they was like, oh, by the way, anytime you get like promoted and shit, you got to take another drug test. I know you just took one yesterday.
Like, well, then you that one. Then,
yeah, I was like, but I just took one yesterday. And they was like, well, because you're getting a raise, you have to go get another one. I just smoked that last night. I already knew.
Like, why didn't you just turn it down? Like, you know what? I don't want it.
No, what I did, so I went, I took the piss test. I knew I was going to fail it. But I knew they had to send it off. It wasn't one of those where like they just tested right there. They sent it off and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So they sent it off. I went back to work. I finished that work day. I took my ass home. And later that night, I called my foreman and said, hey, man, I'm throwing up sick. I'm not going to come in for the next couple of days. So I didn't come in for those next couple of days because I just knew. I was like, they're going to fire me now. Yeah. And I was like, I'm not going to be up there I'm not going to go into work if I know they're about to fire me.
I hate that.
I'm not even worried about that shit. And sure enough, 2 days go by and they fucking call me. And they told me, it's like, it's terminating all this. And they was like, you can come back in 2 years if you want to. I was like, I ain't fucking coming back. Like, I'll be done. I got something else going on by then. I was already thinking about leaving here.
Fucking 2 years. I can go get a goddamn bachelor's degree in fucking 2 years.
Exactly, dude. I can go start a whole new life.
Yeah. 2 years, goddamn, dude. That's crazy.
So long.
That's wild.
Time, yeah. Dude. How? I gotta ask you this, bro. When you first started doing like videos and comedy in general, whether music, whatever, how long did it take you before it started to really, in your eyes, take off?
Like, how long did it take till like my video started getting a bunch of views, or like, what do you mean take off? Define take off.
Like well, like your first, I guess your first realization, like, okay, like I'm actually like this is starting to grow. I can do something with this, like seriously. You know what I mean?
Get a bunch of anti-cop videos because first off, low-hanging fruit, easy to make fun of people who are the greatest people and they just give them a gun one day. But so that. And I started pissing a lot of people off. And I was like, I'm always been pretty good at pissing people off. So
same here.
I just like that. I would pick a demographic that doesn't really get like shit on enough.
Mm-hmm.
Like they get shit on, but like no one really does it well. They just say like stereotypical shit, and then I would just like figure out ways. I'd write a song about it, or I would do this, or I would, you know what I mean. So like once I started doing that, and I was like, then I started like kind of like getting like my core group. Like it didn't like my videos now do not get pushed to the masses, but at this point, I have enough like the same people that have been there forever.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I've met some of the coolest fucking people through this. Like people come to my show, like drive from all over to come and like hang out, and like I meet them and stuff, and it's really cool.
Cool, dude.
And that's when I knew that everything was going to be okay. Is when also is like people from two different worlds that would never even talk to each other. I became friends, and like these people are friends on Facebook, like hang out and shit. And, like bitches with straight across bangs would be like getting together with dudes who drive a fucking 1500. You know what I'm saying? Like people that would never in real life, and then they would have like this core like association, and then they would like so probably started off arguing, like turn into something else. I think that was when I knew. I was like, oh man. And people like because I rumor recovering addict, and so like when people started reaching out about how people that have passed away or how much that they listen to my videos in their halfway house, and so we get our lines inspired people to get back playing music and shit like that. That's stuff like that is when I noticed that it started having an actual genuine impact in people's life. You know what I mean?
That's when it really, dude. That same here. That's when it really hits home, because I remember I had this woman who at the time she was getting treated for, it was a form of cancer. I want to say leukemia, but I don't want to be wrong. But it was one of them, and she would tell me that her and her friends, while they were getting chemo, and they would be sitting there, that they would be watching my videos, and my videos would just be making them laugh, and like just keep positive vibes in the room. And like when you hear things like that, after I hear shit like that, I don't care what the fuck a hater has to say.
Right.
I don't give a flying fuck, because at the end of the day, like it's not for you, it's for these people.
Dude, and songwriting is the same way. Once you release a song, and I have a story to back this up. Once you release a song, everybody's going to interpret that song differently. Art in general is subjective. Suffering is subjective.
Yeah. So
I had a lady reach out to me, and she said, "Hey, will you do me a favor? Will you post that video of you playing I Wish You'd Come Home?" And like that was like a song that I had put on TikTok and the internet before like I'd even took off, and I just forgot about it because I didn't play it a lot because I wrote it for my child's mother.
Right.
And we were, hard to play really, and one of the lyrics is, I wish that you'd come home. I have a sickness in my bones. And so she and her husband would listen to that song while he was getting treated for bone cancer in the hospital. And he was passed after the time she had reached out to me. And I was like, that is so crazy that someone took those lyrics and related it to their life in a completely different situation that had nothing to do with what I was talking about. So like, and that was really cool to me. And I was like, man, so like this shit means something to people. Like that's a core memory that she has with the love of her life that's no longer here.
Yeah. And that's awesome, dude. Cause that's what at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. People don't understand that. They think we're just assholes, just venting and shit, but really there's more to it than that.
And
there's more to it than that.
And I mean, dude, it doesn't matter. I've been, I've been complaining into a microphone for 10 fucking years before it ever even saw the internet.
Yeah.
I've been doing this shit my whole life. I'm good at complaining. I'm good at that shit. I love stuff. So
yeah, those
are
some of my best videos when I just get on here and just go to bitching.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just go to bitching about something. People love it.
I'll be bitching about stuff that I'm not even mad about. I'll work myself up. You know what I mean? I'll work myself up. I don't even care about what I'm talking about. I'll just like think of an idea, and I'll be like, man, that's, I could do, expose some shit on that and just like start talking about it. And people would like getting so mad about it.
Yeah.
And I'll just be like, it's like, I have the same point of view that they do. But it's like people are so naturally divisive and hostile. And I feel fucking genuinely bad for those people because they suck and they will never have any kind of like comfort in their life until they learn to surrender their toxic ass hold over the rest of the world, because no one gives a shit about what you think.
I think the thing is like how you say and how everybody interprets things and takes it for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
just like and the problem is just like how there's so many people that take them for good. There's just as many people that take that shit for negative too, and then want to run with it and shit like that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's like those are just. But it's funny how you were saying about like in your music, like making a song and then someone having their own interpretation and shit. That's what I always liked about like Pearl Jam. If Pearl Jam never they didn't like making music videos, because if they made a music video, that's telling you what the song is about. They didn't like doing that. They wanted you to make your own interpretation of what the song was about. That's what I always liked about Pearl Jam, is that outlook. And that feels like the same outlook with you, is like it's more about like, it's not about like necessarily like what you're saying, because in a way, like when you make these songs, you're getting out what you need to get out, right? You're getting out your stress and like things that you want to get out. And then in turn, people hear that and they might be in a completely different situation, but it still affects them in a way that you would want it to affect them, if that makes sense.
Right. Man, I don't attack anybody online unless they say something to me. And even then I do it super facetiously, and I don't do it with any like malicious thing. I just like, if you're going to try to make me look stupid, I'm going to make you look stupider. But I mean, when I make jokes about like a certain group or anything like that, I do it for that group. I don't do it because like I just want it's basically like, I see you. And usually marginalized people are the funniest fucking people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If you
absolutely,
you have like just people acknowledging it, that it's a thing, and knowing enough about it to poke fun about it, and like knowing, like, I'm not out here saying like so and so is they're bad people. You know what I'm just saying? I'm just saying this is a common stereotype about this certain, like, and usually it's like mental illness or anything like that. Like, dude, I don't know if you ever made fun of borderline personality disorder, but those motherfuckers get angry. Like, they're like, and I'm like, see?
Hey, dude, my baby mama has borderline personality disorder. I know all about it.
What's
man.
Your name?
Tristan. All love to you, Tristan.
That's a boy's name.
It is a boy's name. Maybe that's what it is.
That's what it is. Maybe she don't. Maybe
is that what it is? The B stands for boy.
Maybe she's a boy. Maybe
that's probably what it is. Confusion, but in the head, not the legs, I guess.
Yeah. My cousin Tristan. Yeah.
What so
Paul's mother either?
Huh?
You're not with Paul's mother either.
What now? So
you're not with your, am I talking too fast for you, Georgia boy?
No. It sounded like it was
with your baby mama.
No. She's not here at the moment. No, she's up in Atlanta right now.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I mean, like, are you still together with her though?
No.
Oh, okay, yeah. And what is with that? What is with like having a child with someone? It's like, man, I didn't realize this before, but I think I hate you.
Yeah, that's the type of shit. I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
I think it's more so of working, like me personally.
Yeah.
And I think we both realized I work too much. I work way too much. I'm just way too busy.
Yeah, and like
to be able to also, and so it was a mutual thing.
Yeah,
but that's the biggest thing. And as long as the kid's all right, that's the biggest thing. I said to anybody, the kid comes first, and as long as the kid comes first, it's good.
Yeah, my child's mother, Sarah, she's an amazing. She already had a kid when we met.
Mm-hmm.
And she's an amazing mom. Like I really honestly could not pick a better person to have a child with. I got really lucky because it could have been anybody else, And I've met some doozies. I've met some.
We all have, dude. We've all been there before.
No, I mean I've met some straight up.
Dude, that's funny. You're trying to get the lighting set up. You have no idea. So you remember how I told you before we went live, I needed like 5 minutes? Yeah. I spent like 20 minutes trying to get lighting set up because I have nowhere in my fucking house where the lighting is.
It's so weird. The wood panel behind you. It looks like we're probably in the same room, and this is just.
It looks like I'm sitting next to you, and it's like, hey man, what you doing? We could have did this together, but not it.
It's like
this is actually my den right here. I got my fucking my damn.
That's cool.
Fireplace right here.
Hell yeah. I actually live up there. I'm actually in my barn right now. I don't live in a plywood house. Everybody knows. I live inside a skate ramp. No.
No, man, I got very fortunate with this house. This was actually my grandparents'
Oh, I
house,
live,
and it was just sitting, dude, and it was just sitting, and a guy came up here and he came in and did his
I live like,
whatever inspection shit that guys do,
yeah.
Everybody's got to get paid for something, I say, but he was like he said, man, he said the house is good, but if nobody comes in here, if it don't get a soul in it within 3-4 years, it's gonna start falling in and falling apart.
Ain't that
So
weird?
I took it. I came, and I got lucky. Parents helped me get it. I'm not gonna shame to say that. Good
My
parents
mom's
helped me out with it.
God, dude. I actually live in my grandparents' house as well. It's up there on the hill. I don't know if you can see. It's way up there. Up there.
Oh yeah, man, out in the holler.
On the holler. I live on a fucking like mountain. You know what I mean? Like my driveway is a mile long like this.
Bro, how do y'all how do motherfuckers is it Appalachian, Appalachia? How do fuckers say it?
Appalachian.
Appalachia. Bro, I said that shit.
Think of it like this. Right back at you. Appalachia.
Appalachia.
Right back at you.
Right back at you, Appalachia.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I said that shit the other day, and someone tried to say I said it wrong, and I was like, "No, motherfucker."
Okay.
I was like, "I think that's fucking right."
First off, we're from the South. We're gonna say shit wrong anyways. It doesn't matter.
I try to tell people that all the fucking time, dude.
My
But it's funny.
me, if anyone ever pronounces anything wrong, you don't correct them because they learned it from reading.
Exactly.
So, sorry,
Yeah, sorry, I have a fucking twang
Yeah.
with my fucking accent.
Everybody pronounces shit differently. I mean, anybody that tries to tell you you're pronouncing something wrong are fascists.
Yeah, fucking dude, those fucking like Louisiana, like those down south Cajuns.
Oh, dude,
those motherfuckers got some accents.
our players from Louisiana, and like he was in like a really successful band at one point, right? So like, I mean, we are a little getting there, but so like, he's already used to this shit, but like, so he has like a normal accent because he's been around everywhere. But like I was like, you don't even have a Cajun accent. Then he just started talking Cajun. I was like, that's fucking crazy, And it's the weirdest sound ever. Which like Jerry Reed is like my hero. So
Yeah. It's got like it's weird because like it's such a fucking like it reminds me of what was that movie? Oh shit. Not was it Joe Dirt? Yeah, Joe Dirt. Oh dude, goddamn boy, everybody knew that. Yeah, homeboy, make it.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's always my fucking that's exactly because there's a dude I follow from Louisiana. He sounds just like that. I tell him all the time, like, dude, you gotta fucking slow down. As fast as I am, I can't understand you.
Oh, Lance out there with a Buddha wing now. You're like, what the fuck are you
What the fuck are you talking about? Like, you're using English words, but the phrase in which you're putting them
You got a bunch of marbles.
isn't adding up. Huh?
Now that they got a bunch of marbles.
Yeah, man, it's fucking what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Man, that's just the best.
Do you have a song? I've been wanting to ask you this. Do you have a song, or let me rephrase. What's the hardest fucking song for you? Like, do you have a song that, like, every time you play it, like, it's fucking, like more so, like, do you have it? I'm trying to explain it the best way, because I had a buddy that was in a band, and he had this one song that he would have to play, like, really up tempo. And it was like one of their longer songs, like 4 minutes. And he used to always say, like, he used to hate playing that one song because he was up tempo, and like it would just wear out his forearms. You have one like that?
There's songs for me, like nothing really playing is like hard that I've written. Like, I mean, they're technically difficult, but they're not hard for me to play just because I've played them over and over. But like your voice gets tired. So like there's songs that are for me that I'm just like, gotta sing this song. And a lot and songs like that are like, I don't know. There's I think Ha Ha is really hard because the way we recorded it, and there's a lot of screaming in the live ones, So that one's hard for me to perform all the time, especially like at practice. Like it's weird. So like when you're playing the show, man, it's like it's a different type of energy. You don't even feel it. You're not even like really the same person, and everything's a lot easier. And it's like, this is why we're here. This is what I do. At least for me, it's that way. But like at practice, like where you're not like entertaining and you're not like doing your act, you're just like, so imagine just like, say like your job is farming, right? What if like when you go to work, you have to drive a tiny tractor around?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a tiny little, you're like, God damn, I don't want to do this. I don't want to drive this tiny little tractor around this fucking chain link area. Yeah. I mean, so it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ha Ha's like that. And then there's songs that like, in my old band we could never get together. Like now I have like this solid lineup, and everybody's like pretty like we're all argumentative.
Yeah.
No, we see eye to eye on anything, and I did that on purpose because I don't want to live in an echo chamber of my own shitty decisions and shitty opinions.
Well, you don't want to surround yourself with yes men either. Like
Right.
You want people that's going to be like, fuck no, that's not, hey, let's do it. Or like at least take, yeah, you want that.
Everybody in the band is like very they're very type A, you know what I mean?
Right.
And like and that's good because I mean it's like a competitive thing, like in like I'm gonna say this, like the best grapes grow in the most arid soil. Means so if you like make it like that, it's not like that we like argue like we're like mean to each other. Well, we are kind of mean to each other, but like it opens room for discussion, so like it makes the songs better, and I'm not like a dictator of shit like that, like I want the songs to be the best that they can be. I don't want them to be like, look at what I did,
Yeah.
Create a good art. I just remember the first time I heard Hey by the Pixies, and I got shivers all over my body.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like,
yeah.
I want to do that. I want to do that for people.
Oh man, there's a fucking song out now. Was it have you heard? I don't know if you heard it or not. It's Pulling Teeth by Lovejoy. And man, it gives such a Pixies vibe.
Yeah.
And I heard it, and I was like, oh man, like this sounds like 1996. Like and I love 90s music and stuff like that. I want to ask you this, man, because I've never known this, but like being as you're in the band and stuff, how as a band, how do you come up with a song like is it like, okay, does somebody come up with like, say like you come up with like a riff, and then like your bass player says, okay, let me see what I can add to that, and then, is that how it works, or how does that?
And so there's more than one way to skin a cat. So like a lot of our first songs that we put together are songs that I'd already written, and these are songs that I wrote, like up in my bedroom or wherever. And so like we got those together, but they've also changed on their own. And then there's also songs that someone played a riff, and we're like, ooh, let's explore that area. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll play it, and it'll just be like bam, boom, boom, and then you'll have a song. You know what I mean? Like.
Right.
And there's different ways, now personally, like when I write a song, I will usually come up with the chords first. I will come up with like a melody, and then I'll try to figure out the vocal pattern over that, because like for me at least, vocal patterns are hard to come up with unless you already have chords in front of it. You know what I mean? I don't just like think of a vocal pattern and be like, oh, I'm going to write the chords underneath that, because I'm not that smart. And number two, like that's just, for me, my brain doesn't work that way. So like I'll have chords, and like I'll just experiment with different like tunings and stuff like that. And like what more often than not, like for the song Jude, Hey, which has not been like I've only posted videos of it, but it's a very weird chords and stuff, and like so it's like a challenge. It's like, ooh, I want to write a vocal pattern to that. Yeah. And then you just spend time on it, and you have to figure out like nuances of like which syllables and how to enunciate and stuff like that. And it's a challenge. I mean, I like doing that. I don't like being, I don't like just playing the same shit over and over and over again. I love country music, and I live close to Nashville, so like I've heard it my whole life, and I love it. Don't get me wrong, but like I'm so tired of everybody reinventing the wheel, and then you have people that are just like up here in Nashville that like just want to do like indie music, and then they just bitch about country music. Why in the fuck did you do Nashville?
Exactly.
You
like, know what Nashville is about. Everybody knows what Nashville is about. That's country. That's country. Yeah, that's country city.
And it's music city in general, but you can't come here. Like people will move here from LA, and they were like, I had to get out of LA so I could come here and make this shit like fucking LA. You know what I mean? Like it's like it sucks. I had a woman come to me in a bar. She's like, your accent is so crazy. Where are you from? I was like, I'm from fucking here, bitch. What are you talking about?
Here, like what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like, it's not like I'm from anywhere crazy. I'm from right here.
I'm from right here. Where are you from? Like I'm a goddamn like I just popped up from fucking Zimbabwe. Like I just showed up. It's crazy.
They got, I think the thing with like country music nowadays too is like it's becoming, it's not real country anymore. I mean, I'm not saying there's not real country out there. There is, but it's not on the mainstream.
Yeah.
They have,
and it's
like
It's awful. It's so bad. Like to listen to. It's like
what do you
it's like AI wrote it to make fun of country music. Like it's crazy.
what do you think about like this new wave of like Hardy and shit like that it's like new metal when they put rap and rock together, but now it's like rock and country, like because Hardy, I don't know if you like, they have country, but then they also have that heavy metal element.
Man, I think that people can do whatever they want to do, and as long as they're happy doing it and supporting their family, more power to them. Doesn't mean I'm going to listen to it. I mean, my opinion doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I don't really know exactly what you're talking about, but I listen to it. I might notice there's like characteristics of the music that I might enjoy, but it's not going to be something that I'm going to playlist. I listen to like a lot of like punk music, a lot of like newer, one of my favorite bands is Fiddler, and then there's like Skeggs and stuff like that, like Amps, and I like Pixies and shit like that. And I also like old country. I love Waylon. Like I'm friends with Shooter. There's just it's just weird. You know, my music taste is weird. Like music that I like, people don't like. So like, I don't shit on people for their music taste, you know, and stuff like that. And like, you know, but like, I'm just like in my head, I'm just like, it's pretty awful. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, this is something I like. Hardy. So like Hardy, I think the best song to show you would probably be the Mockingbird and the Crow. It's the album he dropped itself is the Mockingbird and the Crow, but I think it's the first song on the album. But it's like in a lot of his songs they'll start out country, like not country, but like country here on the radio, pop country.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it'll kick in and it's like this heavy metal.
Right.
It's like, okay, that's kind of different.
mean?
I don't know if it's like a new wave that they're trying to come out with now, or what exactly it is.
Trying to figure out the best fucking blaring ass light out of the way.
Oh, you all right?
You gotta work tomorrow?
Do I? Yeah, but I don't fucking sleep. It's funny. I'm actually trying to think of the word. A motherfucker who can never sleep. What do you call that shit?
Heck.
Fucking yeah, fucking. So when I was in college, because I know how you talk about how like you're a recovering addict and stuff like that. I'm actually a recovering alcoholic, so I know about the whole like recovery process and shit like that. My problem was, dude, I was sheltered as a kid. Like I was one of those kids like mommy and daddy. I had everything for me, right?
No, that takes a lot to admit that shit.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not ashamed about any of it, but I will say this. I will say that, like them sheltering me and spoiling me like that, like it's not always the best thing. It's not always the best thing. Because I will say when I got out in the real world, it hit me hard as fuck. And I had to grow up real quick. So I was like, okay, mommy and daddy can't help you in the real world.
Right.
Once you get out and you're on your own feet and you got life to deal with. But man, I got out and I went to college and I got on a scholarship. I ran track and field. I was a fucking runner. I just love to run. That was just shit I like to do.
You look like you can run.
Oh, dude, I knew I could run the first time I outran the cops. So I was like, fuck, dude, I need to turn this into a fucking sport, dude.
I am undefeated on fucking feet. Like you will not catch me.
Never been caught on feet, bro.
Like if I can get to the woods, I'm gone.
I am gone, dude. I swear, dude. I've had too many times. I've dipped off in those woods. And you won't see me again once I go in. You might even come past me.
Yeah,
I might run in the tree line and just duck off in a little hole, but you ain't gonna find me.
They're like, I've heard them go, fuck, you made it to the tree line. You know what I mean? Like I got rabbit in my blood, man.
Man, I'll never forget one night. My buddy was telling me the story about they had some guy was trespassing on the land. They called the cops out there and said he went running to that tree line and said they had the dogs on. They had a K9 unit and said that old cop said, release that K9 unit. They said that man came out that wood line so fast. Yeah. Like, no.
Man,
he got on his hands and knees.
Hey, for the record, I'm not saying do this to a dog, but I'm just saying if you do get attacked by a dog, all you got to do is take your fucking hand and put it all the way in his mouth and push down on his tongue like that and just hold it. And it can't bark and it will release.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it will. Trust me.
I've always just heard just punch him straight in the snout. That's what I've heard.
You can try that. Or you could, do that.
I don't know. That sounds more fun.
it's not more fun. It's just like you have more control. It's like if you punch a dog in the nose, you don't know if it's going to be like, okay, I give up or not.
Yeah.
You know?
Because I mean, you never know. He might be like,
If
oh, that was a fucking.
it bite you like this, let it bite you like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then you can fucking just walk that thing like a puppet, you know?
Yeah, puppet. Yeah,
Man.
canine puppet.
It's way better than what they said. What he said in Ted, he had to stick his finger up the dog's ass. It's better than that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, to get to let go, I had to stick my finger up its ass.
I had community service at the animal shelter when I was like younger and stuff, and I was working side by side with like actual fucking inmates and shit. And one of the dudes, like all these dogs started going the fuck off one day, and I was like, "What the fuck is that dude doing? Like, what's going on? Like, what's this guy doing to the dogs?" And he came out by the sheet and stuff like that, and they like started tossing it, searching everything and stuff. This motherfucker was smoking crack out of a dog whistle.
Oh my god!
All the dogs started going the fuck off
because he blew the whistle.
Yeah. It was
oh my god! And y'all didn't hear that shit or nothing.
There's like one room where like, you know, if they're like sick or something like that, like they'll be in there. And so like they, like, you know, it's not loud in there, but all the dogs in that area just started like going fucking crazy. I was like, what the fuck is going on? You know, like it was smoking crack out of a dog whistles. And like, I was like, never forgot that. Like I've used that in skits and like shit. And I was like who thinks?
Yeah, that's the best, dude. That's the best thing in the world is when you something happens.
The crazier part is that somebody came before the animal shelter opened up and dropped off crack for this man.
Oh, that's
they're like, hey, drop the crack off outside the dog kennel, outside of the dog pound.
It's for the dogs. I promise.
The dogs.
It's not for me.
It's not for me.
I do not freebase cocaine.
Yeah, but I will smoke it out of a dog whistle.
Yeah, I will do a little toot from time to time. I will do a little toot. It's impolite not to.
Yeah.
Hey. No, that's funny right there. That's funny as shit. We I had a situation. I like to say the only time I've ever almost got attacked by a fucking dog was I was running. And the funny thing about it was I was running in the middle of a fucking race. Like this wasn't like me just, you know, training around the neighborhood. Like I was in an actual race. And so we was going through the neighborhood and I see this fucking dog, you know, he's in a fenced in yard. But I see him run to the front of the fence. So I'm like, oh shit. But I'm like, oh, he's fencing. I ain't worried about it. I get a little closer up the road. I realize, fucking gate's open. And sure as shit, here that fucker comes and I'm running.
Yeah.
And you know, when you're running, dogs are gonna chase.
Yeah.
Like even if they're not trying to hurt you, they think you're playing. They're going to chase. That's just.
Or I mean, it's just in their blood. You know what I mean? They're like, hey, it's running from me. I probably need that.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you imagine?
Or one of those things. It could be one of those things where it's like, well, he's fucking running. What are we running from?
Yeah.
Like, do I need to go? Do I need to get out of here too?
Yeah. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Like,
thank God he did not. But this motherfucker, I thought he was gonna tear my ass alive. That was the only time I ever feared for my life with a fucking dog.
Yeah. I had one. I had this boxer when I was like in first grade, and wait for me at the bus stop. When I got off the school bus, and followed me home. One day she wasn't there. This dog named Tennessee, and there's this neighbor. She had this German Shepherd, and I had this dog that my mom let me name Shark Attack. Shark. This dog's name, and it was like little. It was like, you know, about that big or whatever, you know. And it was like, it wasn't like little, but it was, you know, not like a German Shepherd size. And this German Shepherd, the dog hated me, you know. I was like walking by, it was just like looking at me, like following me like that, and I was like, fuck, dude, this dog's gonna fuck me up, you know. And it just all of a sudden was like, and like took off running at me. I was like, fuck, and I just took off running, had my backpack on. This dog like grabbed me by the backpack, slung me down on the ground, and then my dog Shark Attack comes out of nowhere, which I didn't know this at the time, like, you know. It fit, you know, grabbed this dog by the neck and shook it like that and broke its neck, man. It was crazy. And then I got like the taste of doing all the neighborhood dogs. Like it went, not neighborhood, but like people surrounding areas dogs. And so like I get home off the school bus one day and my stepdad's like, yeah, Shark Attack got bit by a spider and he died. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? I seen this dog take down a German Shepherd. You gonna get off by a spider? There's no way. And then like years later, I forgot about it. And he was like kind of fucked up. He's like, hey, I had to kill Shark Attack. I'm like, you motherfucker, I knew it. I knew
you fucking knew it, dude.
I knew you could kill my dog.
We had a fucking dude. We had this damn. I can't remember what. Okay, so it was a stray cat because my mom fucking loves cats, so she's a cat person, right? There was this stray cat, old Tomcat, you know, would come up to the house, and he would just like he would, you know, try to assert his dominance, fuck with all the other cats, attack them for no reason. He definitely fucking he might have had rabies, I don't know. But he was acting crazy, you know. So we knew we had to get rid of him. However, my little brother, who was probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 at that time, he loved this cat. He loved it because it was, for whatever reason, this cat was nice to him, but was a fucking, you know, just a complete dick to everybody else.
Yeah.
But so one day we go to town, and I like to think we were separate. I think my mom might have been getting off of work, and she picked him up, my brother up, and I rode home with my dad. So we got home about 5 minutes. Or she did. Her and my brother did. And we get there, and this fucking cat is just fucking this other cat up. I mean, just got him, and he's, you know, just fucking fur going everywhere. Dad's like, no, we gotta get rid of this cat. So dad does this thing, you know, he eliminates the cat, we'll say, and then I'm like, Daddy, you gotta get rid of this thing. Like you gotta fucking, like, my brother's gonna fucking, like, he's gonna throw a fit. So Dad's like, I got you. This is how shitty. This is how you know we're from the South, because this is some Southern dad shit right here. This is the type of shit that Southern dads do. He went back and he was like, all right, I'm gonna throw it, because at the time the river was high. We live on the Alapaw River, where when it floods, the river comes right up to our back porch, or my parents' back porch, right? At the time it was real high. He was like, I'm just gonna toss it in there, and the river will, you know, take it on out. Well, when the river went out, it got stuck.
Y'all waited till it flooded? Y'all like, all right, it's gonna rain tomorrow.
No. It had already flooded. Like, the river was like right at the back porch. So he thought, okay, I can just toss it in and the river will take it. River didn't take it. It just sat right there and like got stuck once the river went out. And Evan, my brother, was like, what the fuck is that smell? And we would tell him all the time, like, oh, it's the fucking sewer pipes leaking. And we told him that for years. And it wasn't until like 2 years ago that I told him the truth.
Why did you just go and get the fucking dead cat?
I don't fucking know, dude. But I was like, my brother's 3 years younger than me, so I was probably 9 or 10. I wasn't going out there and fucking with that thing at that age.
Aren't together. You were like, you were raised to gaslight the fuck out of your loved ones.
Hell yeah. Oh hell fucking yeah, dude. I was raised very fucking sad.
That ain't no dead cat. That's the sewer. It's like, what are you talking about?
That's a sewer. I told him years later, I was like, I was trying to protect your feelings. I did it for you.
He couldn't see it?
No, he couldn't. No, because he couldn't see it, but it definitely was back there somewhere. You could definitely tell. It fucking woof.
Yeah.
For about a week or two, man.
Yeah.
For about a week or two.
That's funny.
But we never told him. We kept that secret for as long as we fucking could, dude.
What happened? What was the straw that broke the camel's back? It was like, all right, we killed the fucking cat.
Oh, kind of like how you said, just years later, like, I completely forgot about it. That's probably the main reason why I never told him about it, because I would have told him about it years before. Sure. But I completely forgot about the shit. And then one day we were talking, and it boom. And I was like, oh my God, you don't know what really happened. And I was like, bro, this is so crazy. Like, because at this point he's in his 20s. Right. So this is like 15, 16 years. I'm like, oh my God, we never fucking told you what really fucking happened. And he's like, no, what the fuck happened? And then I had to explain to him what really happened. He was like, you guys are fucking assholes, dude. And I was like, well, I mean, I'm trying to make a career out of it. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, I am.
That's crazy. You said something earlier. You said eliminated the cat. My first thought was like that you cut the catalytic converter off something. I don't know why my brain immediately. Yeah, we deleted the cat. So.
Dude, I've seen motherfuckers do it with my own eyes. Motherfuckers have been like, hey man, this is how you get this shit done right here, dude.
This dude told me, he's like, hey man, I can't make it. He's like, my car's fucked up. He's like catalytic converter, so I'm gonna have to get a new one. I was like, no, the fuck you do not. What are you talking about? He was like, what do you mean? I was like, you don't need that. Like, you don't need it. That shit only there because of the EPA. Like, you don't even need one of those.
Yeah, the fucking dude. It was so funny because like my baby mama, when I was still with her, she left her car at her uncle's house one night, and he lives in the city. So I mean, he's got, you know, neighbors all around. It ain't like out here in the country, you know, where you don't see nobody for 2 fucking miles. Because I live out in the fucking boonies. You
Yeah,
know,
live in the middle.
and fucking goddamn, I lost my train of thought, dude. What was I talking about?
The car probably got the cat cut off of it.
Yeah. So, oh no, it definitely did. It definitely did. He called the next morning. He was like, hey, somebody came out here and cut the cat off this bitch. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah. He was like, yeah, someone definitely came in here and got me last night. I'll never forget. That's what he said. Someone definitely came in here and got me last night.
I was going to get some flex pipe. He's like, sure.
Yeah. I was like, motherfucker, did you do that? Did you get drunk and do that and not remember? He's like, no, I swear I did.
I got out of jail one time. I'm like, hey, where's my car at? You know, I'm asking everybody, and with it, I don't know where your car's at. I'm like, none of y'all know where my fucking 2001 Grand Marquis is. It just fucking disappeared in the middle of the woods. It's fucking gone. It was gone. Well, I found it. My stepdad had took the motherfucker and turned it into a demolition derby car.
Oh my god!
And not only that, he didn't win. How do you not win when you're fucking going against a bunch of Toyota Camrys in a fucking Grand Marquis? Like, how do you not win in that? You know what I mean? Like, when was that your first thought?
If he would have won, maybe we consider it. But you didn't even win.
I knew it was him because he had told me. He was like, no, man. The people asked. I remember the people. They came in because I was still paying it off. He's like, the people came in, repoed it, and I was like, that's weird because they're still sending me fucking bills for it.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Like you don't fucking know, dude.
But hey, man, I gotta jump off here.
Oh yeah, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, see you, buddy.
It was nice chatting with you tonight, man. See you. Oh, what's up, everybody? It's just me. Does anybody got any questions before I get out of here? Because I'm about to bounce. That was fun. For those of you who do not know who that is, that was King Lazy Eye, Dylan Wilson. If you do not know who King Lazy Eye is, look him up on TikTok. If you are a fan of my content, you will love his content. His content and my content are like this. Same type of shit, same type of energy. If you like me, you'll love him. Shit. I gotta go through these messages, all these fucking texts, dude. Oh, shit. Oh my god. Yeah, but does anybody have any fucking questions before I hop out of this bitch? King Lazy Eye fucking rules. Yes, he does. And I plan on. Oh, I was gonna tell you guys this. Yeah. My bad. Shit. So from here on out, I will be going live once a week. The day and the dates and the times are just going to be all over the fucking place. I'm not going to advertise anything. It's just going to happen naturally, like how this tonight happened naturally. I'm going to start going live. I'm going to start having guests. King Lazy Eye tonight was our first guest. I'm going to start having a whole bunch of people on, a whole bunch of content creators, a whole bunch of comedians, musicians, just whatever, you know, whoever, whatever wants to come on. If fans, if you guys want to fucking come on and talk to me, you know, from time to time, or on an episode, I can do a fan night episode where I just talk to the fans all night. Whatever you guys want to do, this is whatever y'all want to do. But anyways, I guess no one's asking any questions, so I'm going to pop up out of here. I appreciate y'all for watching the live. I'm trying to think if I got anything else I need to say before I hop off of here. Nope. That'll do it. All right, man. I appreciate y'all for watching tonight. I hope y'all guys enjoyed it. If you guys missed any of it, you can just rewind this shit to the beginning and rewatch it. I will be back next week at some point. I appreciate it. Love you guys. See y'all.